I recently had a client whose horse's back was really sore and we couldn't figure out why because the saddle was custom fitted. And then when I was talking to her, I found out that she had added a half pad for extra cushioning after the saddle had been custom fitted. And I explained to her that it's actually a lot worse for your horse's back to add a half pad after it has already been custom fitted without a half pad. So the way I explain it is that if you get a custom shoe that fits you really well, you wouldn't put on a really thick woolly sock. That would just make it really tight and not fit as well. And it's the same thing with the saddle. Half pads are not necessarily a negative tool to have in your toolbox. If you do want to use half pads for extra shock absorption, that's great, but you should have your saddle custom fitted with them. I have two of my favorite products here with me today. I have a sheepskin fleeceworks pad that is shimmable. I highly recommend, if you're going to use shims, to use a felt shim. I prefer felt over memory foam as a shim because memory foam, when compressed, just totally goes down. It's not going to hold its shape nearly as well something like felt will. Felt can also be a little bit more customizable and controllable. For example, this is a thin felt piece, but if a horse had a very big difference in their shoulder blade, we could stack two felt pieces and know exactly how much it was affecting the fit of the saddle. I do like sheepskin for shock absorption, but my very favorite product are thin line half pads. I like them because they're very thin, so they're not going to influence the fit of your saddle very much. I've noticed time and time again when I recommend thin line products to my customers, especially to customers who have thoroughbreds with sensitive back and or kissing spine, that they come back with much better backs afterwards. And I believe it's because of the shock absorption technology of thin line. I notice a lot of people use different kinds of gel pads. I do just want to encourage people that before you go out and spend a lot of money on a half pad, to actually research the material that it's made out of and make sure that it's shock absorbing. It doesn't just claim to be. For example, I've seen some kinds of rubber half pads that may actually increase the bounce back on your horse's back, and I've seen gel half pads that I don't know if they're really doing anything other than just adding an extra layer between you and the saddle, because I don't believe that the material is actually shock absorbing. To sum it all up, half pads are great, but only if you're getting them fitted with your saddle, and make sure to research the products that you're buying before buying them.